Okay, hello again. Since I made that last video, we've had five more picks come in. Although knowing my luck, actually, there could be a pick coming in as I'm making this one. I thought I'd just try to, do what I can to keep the momentum going. I mean, I am going to have to roll out all of the rounds eventually anyway, so this is going to be rounds 5 and 6, as it says there. I thought I'd do this a little differently. I mean, it is quite similar in that it is still a dice tower, and I have two D12s here to do. And to go over the acronyms once again, this is Coach B and Glass of Marlowe. Glass of Marlowe so far has taken Yermer Yager and Patrick Marlowe. Then you have the Green Goblins. The Green Goblins have just had one pick so far. And with that pick, they took Chris Pronger, the first overall pick, actually. Chris Pronger, not too far removed from winning the Hart Trophy. So, yeah, it's a pick that I mean, as I was going through the cards, I had a lot of praise for Pronger. And I'm not sure if that had influenced. I think actually Allen likes St. Louis. So that could have been another, motivating factor there. Russo's Gong Show is next, and so far Larry has Jerome McGinley and Vincent Lecavalier, and TMN stands for the Minnesota Natives. Again, they've only made one pick so far because coaches, GMs picking earlier in the two-round snake. Of course, they're not up until the tail end of it now. Since they picked at the head. So the Minnesota Natives so far have drafted Ilya Kovalchuk. Sons of Dag so far, and Sons of Dag technically on the clock. I guess I forgot to draw my little clock. Here, I should do that. I should have done that actually for the thumbnail. Maybe I'll have to take another thumbnail, but yeah, let's just try to draw a little clock there. So Sons of Dag right now on the clock, although I will say this again, as I've said so many times already, completely understandable. In fact, I think where in the world Ken might be right now, he might actually be asleep like a sane person, a sensible person would be. So um, might have to wait on Ken. So far, I mean, the fact that we've gotten five picks done since I made the last video, I mean, if nothing else, that is one more pick today, at least today over here, than we had yesterday. So, and actually, come to think of it too, at this time yesterday, just I don't know. I'd only uploaded the initial video there, the initial rollout for a couple hours, and so I don't think we had any picks in at that point. But anyway, the Nature Boys, so far I have Joe Thornton and Marty St. Louis on my team. Had to be careful there. I almost said a couple of players that I either am thinking about taking or wish that I had been able to draft. So anyway, that'd be pretty much all of them, though. I think actually one thing that drafts like this, what they do, drafts like these, is they create rivalries before the puck has even dropped, because you might not even know the other person, the other GM, but if they take someone you were looking to take, like Ken and Zdeno Chara there, then I should really have kept my lips zipped there on the Chara praise. Um, but anyway, I mean, again, one of many things that makes Hockey Bones such a wonderful game is that I think that the cards take into account both the player's strengths and flaws. And so I think with just about every pick, no matter how good the player is, there is no perfect player, there is no perfect pick. There are, again, there are assets and flaws to all of these players, and it will really just depend on how the dice drop when all is said and done. So, I mean, the dice in the games. Anyway, so yeah, I will. What I'm going to do, I figured this time, since if you've already seen the first couple of videos, I shouldn't have to explain it too much. This is an order, first come, first serve, in the order of when these members officially became GMs, or when these players, these GMs or coaches or whatever, officially got their teams. So it's going to go Glass of Marlowe and Coach B, and then the Green Goblins and Alan Shaw, Russo's Gong Show, Larry Rice. Whoops. The Minnesota Natives, Oli Niemela, Ken Castro, you're on the clock with the Sons of Dag, and then myself, it's the Nature Boys. Okay. Let's see here. I think actually, here's what I will do. I will use the D6 red and then maybe blue for the follow up, and I will alternate. So, yeah, getting and I have it over here so I remember, getting the 25th overall and 36th overall picks. That's a 5. So let's see here. That's going to be Russo's Gong Show. Once again, Russo's Gong Show. because if I'm not mistaken, whoops, there's Russo's Gong Show has the 13th and the 24th overall picks. Keep in mind too, I mean, one thing that I like about the snake is if you are drafting first in the round, I mean, there are really you could argue that, like, for instance, the position that I've had for the first couple, well, that's advantageous because you have back-to-back picks too in the top 10. Something like this is advantageous because you have first overall in the round, but then you have to wait another 11 places. So again, like with the players themselves, I think there are both advantages and disadvantages to drafting in any position. So this I just figured was the fairest way to do it. Anyway, so he would have been numbers 5 and 6. So I'm removing numbers 5 and 6 from the follow-up D12 roll. I'm going to switch to blue. For some reason, it doesn't seem to matter whatever color I use. So far, pretty much all of my rolls, except for I think in the first video I had the roll of 1. They've all been very middle of the pack, basically ranging numbers 4 through 8. So let's see what we get here with the blue die roll. Now that I've said that, hopefully we'll get something different. I wanted to say an outlier, but theoretically they should all have. And if I were using the bigger die, like the dice that I've used for some of these other ones for the 12-sided rolls, I would show you that all 12 sides are on it. I mean, there's the number 12 right there. So that is a 12-sided die. It's not a trick die. You can see all the numbers. Anyway, let's see here with the 26th and 35th overall picks. That's a 7. So once again, a middle of the pack roll. And so that's going to be the Minnesota Natives. So the Minnesota Natives, they're drafting 26 and 35. Look, I'm trying to keep it entirely random. It is, again, if you were doing Yahoo Fantasy and you were doing a snake draft, you would be locked into that position round after round after round. Anyway, you'd get either 1st and 12th or 2nd and 11th or 3rd and 10th or 4th and 9th and so on. So if randomly the rolls come up and you're in some of the same spots as before, what can I say? What can I do? Right? I'm just trying to be as fair and also as transparent as possible here with this. So anyway, 26 and 35, that is the Minnesota Natives. I'll try to speed this up a little here. With the 27th and 34th overall selection, again, right now we're going to go a straight 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 12. So let me slide that over and center it a little more. Once again, I'll switch colors. I'll shake first through the tower. That's an 11. There you go. So we get an outlier roll. That's actually me. Okay, because, yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12. So I will get the 27th and 34th overall picks. I did say in a video before, I think the video before last, that in snakes, I do like being right in the middle for what it's worth. That's thinking more with 12 teams. I'm not sure if it probably translates, carries over to 6 as well. So the 28th and 33rd overall picks, this time I'm going to go 1 to 4, 5 to 8, and 9 to 12. Shake it a bit. I switched over to blue once more. Okay, through the tower, that's a 12. So that's going to be the Sons of Dag. The Sons of Dag getting the 28th and 33rd overall drafting positions. And so let's switch it up once more. We're going to do 1 to 6 glass of Merlot, which again, I'm sorry that you keep coming up later in the rounds. But again, like with having the back-to-backs like I've had for the first couple, it does mean that you get to... Basically, it's a little easier again to plan your next 2 picks. So if you wanted to, I don't know, come up with your ideal defense pairing among the players remaining that are available, for instance, or, what wing to pair with what center, that sort of thing. This is a pretty ideal slot for that. But that being said, you might actually be next 1 to 6 and, I guess you were next. Anyway. Okay, shut up and roll. Okay, that's a 10, so that's actually going to be the Green Goblins. And again, please don't get upset with the dice. Sorry if you are unsatisfied with the dispersal in any way. I don't really know. I mean, other than throwing names in a hat, which, again, there could be controversy about that as well if the same names keep coming out in the same order round after round. So I really can't think of a better, more transparent way to do it. I don't have to roll the die again. You have the 30th and 31st overall picks, glass of Merlot. So, all right, there you have it. Final recap, I guess. It's going to be Russo's Gong Show with the 25th and 36th overall picks. We're going over to the Minnesota Natives for 26th and 35th overall. The Nature Boys will draft 27th overall and 34th overall. Sons of Dag after that at 28th overall, but then 33rd overall. 29th and 32nd overall will be the Green Goblins, and then at 30th and 31st overall will be Glass of Marlowe. So, all right, cheers, thanks, bye for now.